What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things. MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong. History, and we good on that. Put Jilla on the track and we good on whack. 3, 2, 1. Everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, and we're here to recap an ass beating. But it wasn't the bad way; it was the good way because we were the ones doing it. And that doesn't happen often, so we take little victories around here seriously. Bulls beat the Jazz. Bad. What was the score, Goose? 130 to 113. 130 to 113 tonight. Also, for no spiel tonight. Just gonna get right into it, and the reason why is because I asked you guys to help us get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and you did it. You got us like way over that. So that night we were live and we had all those comments popping off. Goose was the night that I guess we went over or something like that.
Wow. Do we have to celebrate with something, or do we just gotta like put a goal out there for a new number and then hit that number and celebrate for that, or do we do both of those things?
We're gonna do both those things. I just gotta
first of all,
the celebration's got to be really cool, and I don't have an idea of what else to do. I guess let's get to 2. Let's just take it one. Let's take it 1,000 at a time.
1,000 at a time. All right.
It's 1,000 at a time.
Nice and easy. I like that.
Yep. All right. Speaking of nice and easy, Goose, Bulls beat the shit out of Utah tonight. We don't see this often. It's been pretty doom and gloom around here with us. If you've been listening to the podcast, and it's been fun. We've been laughing along the way, but it's been pretty terrible. But tonight, they looked like a team. They also looked like a team taking advantage of a very, very lost team. But regardless, they still did it. So break it down. What do you think here? Looking at the numbers.
Bulls are still only 3-5, but they did avoid an embarrassment from ex-Bull Lauri Markkanen tonight, who still did have 29 points. Bulls actually made more three-pointers than an opposing team, forced 22 turnovers, which kind of resulted in the lopsidedness in this game. Obviously, Utah's still got Chris Dunn at point guard, which is a once heavy Chris Dunn supporter. Probably still got some debris on the island over there. Happy for him to be in the league, but if that's the state of your team's point guard rotation, probably not a good sign of things.
Well, yeah, I'm really happy you said that because I'm sitting here looking when when the starting lineup trotted out tonight. I'm like, hold up. Like they got Jordan Clarkson playing point because I know Horton Tucker ain't doing it. You know what I mean? And I mean, holy shit, both of them have 5 turnovers apiece. So I'm like, is this really a better option than Colin Sexton? We got to see a lot of Colin Sexton in Cleveland. I mean, dude, he only got 17 minutes. I mean, what happened with that fall from grace? I mean, is
it a fall from grace? He's always been kind of in the Kobe White situation where he's
streaky.
He's a streaky shooting guard, not a point guard.
Yeah, but I feel like he's always been a decent defender. I always thought he was. I mean, halfway decent. You know, he plays hard.
He does play hard, but sometimes when you play hard, you hurt your team. And
that's true.
I guess Danny Ainge has more faith in a 19-year-old rookie from Baylor and Chris Dunn. You know, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I just feel like. I don't know. I feel like they just fucked this up a little bit after Conley was traded and all that. And like I'm looking at this and you know Stacey said it best, but like when the broadcast was starting tonight for the game, he said that he's like this is Lauri Markkanen's team now. I mean he's basically they're going to build around him. And I mean, which I'm not blaming them at all, but holy shit, Lowry's not, this is his 7th year in the league. He's not getting any younger, number one. Number two, you got a long way to go. I mean, John Collins looks like a clear.
And you're not getting free agents to Utah.
No, they're going to have to do something crazy.
Well, they're doing it. They just lost to the Chicago Bulls. So that's a good way to find yourself somewhere in the lottery.
Well, let's run down some fucking stats here, dude. So Zach, he starts the game off hot. He finishes the game off hot. 8 for 17 tonight, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He had 24 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. He had 2 boards and 2 turnovers. No one can guard him on that team. No.
I mean, and everybody on the Bulls teammate tonight, even Dalen Terry got some points. So, it's good to get a win. It's definitely better than coming here yelling at the screen, wanting to cry because it's just embarrassing to watch. But even after a win, do you feel great? I don't know that I feel
like
great.
As far as like, do I feel like I feel like we're talking about a win, and it's
do you think what they did to win tonight was repeatable? 22 forced turnovers and was it 18 made threes?
I mean, you said it was if it's repeatable?
Yeah, is it repeatable?
Yeah, we can do it at least one more time when we play them again.
Okay.
But that's I don't see it happening any other fucking time from there. Yeah, I know it's brutal because they suck and you see it. I'm not really sure. Like, people are talking about Pat right now. I mean, he's getting all sorts of flowers for just being aggressive, and like, I'm like we talked about in our last episode. You were disappointed, so I guess I'm feeling like you do, like you did in that episode.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kobe White, 18, 7, and 3. That's something I can get excited about.
Yeah, that's a big stat line for
10 and 3 in 25 minutes. Kobe scored 4 overall pick, and I know at this point expectations simply just have to be pulled way back. But when those are the expectations of top 5 pick and kind of what's been pushed online of what we're supposed to expect with this kid, I can't get excited about that. Especially when we play Lauri Markkanen. And even though you just waxed the floor with that team, you drafted Patrick Williams and replaced Lauri Markkanen and made that decision. And it's clear that Lauri Markkanen can probably do most of what Vooch does. And you give him a rim protector, somebody like Walker Kessler, who you were also pretty close to being able to draft instead of Dalen Terry. I can't get excited about it.
Yeah. So just to break down, we just got an influx of listeners here. So to break it down, Chi Sports fan, Pat Williams went 4 for 10 from the field. He went 2 for 4 from downtown. He had 10 points, 3 boards. That's it.
If 4 for
everybody's happy. Hey, he's playing his role on the bench.
He put a 1 in front of the goose egg for 2 games in a row instead of going scoreless. So we are going in the right direction.
Right, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Other than that,
Torrey Craig is not really doing that great on the scoring front.
Oh no, he went 1 for 3 tonight. He only had 3 points. So, I mean, dude, it's the same fucking team with a couple people plugged in. I mean, Javon Carter got some, let's give him some flowers.
Yeah, he's been looking good. He's somebody worth giving some praise to right now as well.
He's probably worth giving some run to, if as well, like a little bit more. 17 minutes for him tonight. I mean, that guard rotation is just so heavy.
Still getting Ayo in there, which good, but at the same time, kind of confusing.
Yeah, you got to kind of like pick a lane here. You have too many of them.
It's like Ayo's our only small forward on the team.
It's like, can't you like go up and call Detroit or something and fucking send Ayo or one of these guys there and get James Wiseman over here, who's not even in the rotation?
He's you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying over there? He's out of the rotation again over there.
Dude, I've been watching a ton of them, just because like they got a good young team, and plus people are like diving in and calling Cade Cunningham like fucking Michael Carter Williams. That was it, right? That Michael Carter Williams. Yeah. He played for us for a little bit. But I went to go
watching that guy brick so many threes off the board.
Dude, no shit. But fucking, I went to go watch him the other day. I'm like, where the fuck is Wiseman at? And like, he wasn't in the game. And I think he's only played or appeared in one over his last 5 games or something. Like, so, I mean, we're kind of looking here. We're small. Why not take a flyer?
Andre Drummond just had his 10,000th rebound tonight. Why don't you send him back to where he started and, throw a second on top and take a swing on a project? I'd be all right with that.
Man. I mean, if he's out of the rotation, I don't even need that. I mean, fucking make the salaries match with a fucking guard, or even if you want to send Drummond, go ahead.
Well, that's the trick is with him being the number 2 overall pick, his salary is going to be like 7, 8, 9, 10 million. So it's not going to be a cheap contract to match.
Right.
So it's kind of like Caruso, and that's I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I love Alex Caruso. I mean, is he going to stick around for when they're even ready to compete again, though?
He's James.
You got to think he's going to be a hot commodity again. Look what he's doing. 20 minutes for him tonight.
James Wiseman going to stick around in the NBA though?
Oh no, but I mean, wasn't it worth the fucking shot? It's worth the shot to be good.
I think it's worth a shot. I just don't think it's worth a shot at the price of Alex Caruso.
I thought I'd think about it, man.
You think about it? No, okay. All right.
I'll think about it.
That's fair. I'm just saying. I think there's an asset out there better than James Wiseman for.
There is. Their fucking first round pick, too.
Yeah. Okay. Then now we're talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Prospect and first round pick, matching salary, and then we're talking shop.
I'll tell you what though, they're a defensive dog team. That Austin Thompson, he's like top 5 in the league in blocks. He's 6'6". He's top 5 in the league in block. He is 6'6". That's fucking wild. You got to check them out when you get the chance. I mean, they're going to be a tough team in the Central. I
know we lost to them.
Yeah, you circle it back. But when they play us, they look. I feel like teams look like they're on steroids when they play us. You can watch them against
the Utah Jazz, Buzz. We took care. We didn't take none of that jazz.
I was going to name the episode that.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, you know what would do better for clicks? And then I was like, yeah, this title will do pretty good. Not trying to
taking none of that jazz.
Yeah, no shit, dude. DeMar, 8 for 13, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 21 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 4 steals for DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls had 12 team steals.
Masterful.
It's a great line. Yeah, that's a great stat line.
DeMar does that every night. We might win.
Vooch, 10, 8, 4, 1, and 1. No turnovers for Vooch, but 5 for 11. So 10 points on 11 shots for Vooch tonight. So he was a pretty much non-factor. There's Drummond coming in off the bench, having his 14 minutes of 12 and 7. He was big when he came in, too.
Like I said, he is so weird. He always brings energy, and it's either a shit show, and it's just hard to watch, like train off the rails and out of control, or you get positive quick. I don't know how. I mean, I know how he throws the ball off the fucking rim and he gets it, and he gets 2 rebounds for one offensive rebounded basket. But man, it's kind of crazy. 43rd player ever in NBA history with 10,000 rebounds.
Yeah, he gets his flowers.
Congrats to him. Kudos to him.
And you know what's cool? Like, he embraces that.
Yeah, he embraces that, and at this point of his career, with how the league has evolved from once being an all-star and all-defensive candidate and all this kind of stuff, he's now just accepted what he is in a bench role, and I'm sure that's been tough to do. We've watched a lot of big guys, kind of get forced overseas to China. Dwight Howard, mainly.
I mean, it happened back in the day, too, if you think about it. I think this trend started in the mid-teens when Amari left. I mean, it was a big thing. So I mean, Drummond getting drafted in, what was that, 2011? Klay Thompson and Drummond were in the same draft. I'm like 99% sure. I'm gonna say 2011. So anyway, 2011 NBA draft. When he got drafted, he's still here in 2023. Fucking as a traditional center, says a lot about him. So
still adding to that record book.
Right. Anything else left on this game, man?
No, not too much. I want to see Pat Williams have a Kobe White-esque game. to prove to me that he's worth more money than Kobe White. I get there's two sides to the ball, and Pat does defend the opposing team's greatest wing player most nights, and that is probably one of the toughest tasks in the NBA. It's not something Kobe is capable of doing or will ever do. But until I see the potential, I don't want to hear any more about this contract.
All right. I will make sure not to bring it up every chance I get.
I mean, I know why you're going to keep bringing it up, and that's fine.
Oh, okay.
But really, I got to see more from Pat.
Yeah.
10-5, 10-3. Unless you're Dalen Terry, I'm not getting excited by that line.
That would be fucking wild for Dalen Terry, dude. I love that for him. He's starting to grow on me when I watch him sitting there on the bench. Like, I just wish I could get out there. Like,
he's growing on you like the dust is growing on him. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I am the dust. So, it works out real good. I'm 32. I'm breaking down, bud. All right, next matchup. That's on the 8th, which is, what did it say, Monday? So that's Wednesday. Yeah, 8th is Wednesday. Bulls take on the Suns. Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are game time decisions. What I've read is that one of them will play as they're coming off their injuries. So we should see.
So they're just rotating through their. Okay.
I think I read that they're not all going to be out on the court again back together until Friday.
Okay.
So that's when the Suns are going to start.
So we're not resting stars. We're just rotating rest for stars because the Bulls are trash.
Yeah, they don't need to take out all.
They don't need all three for us.
Yeah, they don't need all three for us. So keys to the game. I don't know. Kevin Durant is looking like the best basketball player in the league right now. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, he's doing it all right now.
Although there was that one night where he screwed up on the defensive end. They had the ball stolen from him, and then lost the game.
I came out the other night and dominated.
This is true.
KD is the man.
But Wemby is the new Slender Man.
Yo,
showed him twice already.
Dude, he's worth the league pass. Like just that little shit, the $99 one for the year. He's worth that. Like I've watched him a couple times. I watched Holmgren a couple times too. But Wemby. I
watched Holmgren get buried by Big Cat.
I did. I saw that. I did see that, but he's looked decent since.
Okay.
He's got some. Holmgren's got some good numbers, man. He's not
far
behind Wemby.
And humbled by the Big Cat. Now he's on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, he learned.
Okay.
He learned. Big Cat taught him a lesson. But yeah, we're playing a super team that's 3-4, so we'll see what happens, right? The Bulls got to take one game.
I want to see what happens there. That doesn't sound like a good plot.
No injuries for the Bulls on the injury report, which is a new one for us. So
we can hang our hats on continuity and durability. Let's get it.
Let's get it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Lunch, pal, baby.
Stacey King was funny tonight. That's my last point of this whole thing. He wants them to be good so bad, and I feel like, his job, we bitch about our job sometimes,
There's a difference about getting to watch this trashy team front row and talk about it live all the time, especially when you're great at going off topic and just rambling about stuff that isn't really relevant. That's fine. We don't make nearly enough to go through the torture that this team puts us through.
That's true.
At this point currently. So, give me a front row seat, give me a 6-figure deal. I don't care what the team does. I'll be fine.
I'll be happy as a clam, dude. Just sitting there and be like, and we're watching Kobe White come down the floor. He takes an ill-advised three, and it's 75.
I get a front row to the disaster and a 6-figure bag. Cool. I do not feel bad.
You have the voice for it.
I do not feel bad for Stacey.
You have the voice for it. I don't have the voice for it.
You've got the beard.
I appreciate that, man. I just don't have the voice for it. Plus, we all know I drop an F-bomb live on television. It'd be the worst thing ever. And
yeah, I'm trying to untrain my vulgar pirate potty mouth.
Me too. Especially with 3 kids around.
Yeah, no, that's got to be even more difficult.
It is, because 2 of them are swearing.
Yeah, no,
No, I'm kidding. They're not. Only one.
Like I used to have a work voice, and like I'm going to grandpa's house voice, and now I sell weed for a living. So like the conversation at work isn't really like a work voice or a work mentality. It's kind of just like smoking dope, you know.
It's what you got to do when you watch the Bulls.
Yeah, you gotta smoke the dope.
any last words?
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Okay. All right, we'll see y'all on fucking Wednesday after the Bulls take on the Suns. Okay.